Hi folks, welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. And not your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Welcome back from the Epoch Times. Now, this story here, you're going to have a bag of mixed emotions. One's going to be complete outrage, and you're just going to lose your mind. And the other one's going to be sadness for these children. Let's read on. Leaked audio reveals how California teachers recruit kids into LGBTQ clubs. This is pretty disturbing. You're going to see a Twitter feed with some parents really PO'd at a school board meeting. Now, this video is going to be a little longer than normal, but please hang in there because this is important. This is important for our children in our country. This is in California. You say, well, it's in California. Who cares? It's like a cancer. If you have cancer, skin cancer on your cheek, you say, well, it's just my cheek. No. Cancer is cancer, and eventually it grows and spreads. And what cancer does in the end, it kills the host. And that's what this is. A leaked audio recording reveals two teachers at a recent California Teachers Association conference mocking parents over their concerns about homosexual and transgender indoctrination at school, says a source attended the event in Palm Springs. Now, Palm Springs is a very high-end, when I say high-end, I mean high-income area. So we've got some parents here that are probably well-connected and have the funds and the resources. Let's read on. The recording obtained by the Epoch Times captured two seventh-grade teachers employed by Buena Vista School in Salinas, California, telling other teachers how to recruit students into LGBTQ clubs, also known as Gay Straight Alliance GSA clubs at school. It was horrifying to listen not to just one teacher, but really all the teachers in all of these seminars excoriating parents, says the source, who goes by the synonym Rebecca Murphy. Murphy attended the Teachers Union Conference in late October. She told the Epoch Times that teachers mock parents for their concerns and suggest they know better than parents what's best for their children. They laughed at the parents. This is the progressive mindset. We don't have any children, but we have yours. And this is their long-term plan, something conservative people don't have. We don't have a long-term plan. They do. The next generation is in deep, I'll tell you. The sold-out conference billed as 2021 LGBTQ plus issues conference, and you can go on and on and on and read the rest of it. Do you have the courage to create a safe environment that fosters bravery to explore its sexual orientation, gender identity, and expression? Well, according to Murphy, the conference in Palm Springs appeared to include teachers showing other teachers how to undermine the authority of the parents and school administrators and conceal activities related to gender inclusion and sexual orientation from them. Teachers at the conference also suggested that parents who refuse to call their child by pronouns of the child's choosing, should be arrested and charged with child abuse. We are in charge. We know better. We are the authority. You sit down and shut the blank up. The three classes Murphy attended were designed to recruit middle school students. Middle school is a tough time for kids. Hormonal changes. You're not a kid anymore, but you're not an adult. I remember when we all did. Those of us listening, we all had a hard time. It's just a part of nature's cycle. The overarching theme of the class where I attended were California teachers instructing other teachers how to speak an LGBTQ curriculum in a manner that does not alert parents. If you got to hide it from the parents, then you know it's bad. Two teachers from Buena Vista led a workshop called How to Run a CSA in Conservative Communities and they described the obstacles they face as activist teachers in concealing the activities of these clubs from parents. Oh, God. Here we go. In the audio clip, one teacher advised other teachers who led LGBTQ clubs to maintain an air of plausible deniability so they can play dumb if they're questioned by parents. Because we are not official, we have no club rosters. We keep no records, said the teacher who was also LGBTQ club leader. In fact, sometimes we really don't really want to keep records because if parents get upset that their kids are coming, we're like, hey, I don't know, maybe they came, maybe they didn't. We didn't keep a record. You know, we should never want a kid to get in trouble for attending if their parents are upset. I don't care is what they're saying. If the parents say no, we will say yes. Unbelievable. The other teacher backed up the first teacher, suggesting activist teachers disguise the nature of GSA clubs by calling something less obvious. And they went on to say to call it Equity Club and later changed the name to UBU Club. The teachers bragged about spying on students' online searches and activities, as well as eavesdropping on their conversations to identify and recruit 6th grade. Those are 11 and 12-year-olds. Students into these LGBT clubs. Membership rolls were kept hidden from parents. We totally stalk what you were doing on Google, said one of the teachers said. Unbelievable. Buena Vista falls on the jurisdiction of the Spreckles Union School District, another nearby district, Salina High School, had been a center of controversy over its mandatory 9th grade ethnic studies program, which teaches elements of critical race theory. And here we go. Critical race theory. Not too long ago, there was a course taught at all colleges, and it gained peer review from professors, scientists, and was taught at all the universities. It was cutting edge of sociology, science. It was the new future, and it was called eugenics. It was called eugenics. And can you imagine if eugenics was taught back then in high schools, junior high schools, and elementary schools? Do you think the civil rights legislation in the 1960s would have happened? Nope. But they're pushing this on your children. They're pushing this on your children. Oh, but unbelievable. SUSD Board President Steve McDonald, Superintendent Eric Tiller, and the school board members did not respond to Epoch Times inquiries about the leaked audio. And I'm not going to read this whole thing because it's a long article, but what I am going to do is go to a thread in a Twitter feed concerning the school district, and here it is here. 2 teachers at California school reportedly coached 12-year-olds into trans identity behind their parents' back. The school also changed her name and pronouns without informing the parents. Let's say that again. The school board changed her name and pronouns without informing the parents. The kid became suicidal, and the teachers in the school district never said word one to the parent or parents. And this is the parent of that kid, and she's pissed.
Let these teachers come in and act as if they have nothing wrong. They've done nothing wrong. A mistake? How long of a mistake? How many mistakes are we going to take before my child almost lost her life? They didn't tell me that my child was suicidal. You allowed these teachers.
Now, see what happened there? They cut off her mic. They cut off the mic. But she will not be silenced. Let's listen on.
You open their classrooms teaching predatorial information to a young child, a mindful child that doesn't even know how to comprehend it all. How do you not know what was going on your own campuses? Did you think that no parent would ever come forward? You will not quiet me today. I will stand here today and protect my child along with every other child who has not come forward yet. Do they have psychiatry degrees that I was unaware of? Because I didn't hire them. Okay, I did not hire them to sit there and nitpick my child's brain. You took away my ability to parent my child.
You won't listen to the rest of it. I think that's enough. You took away my ability to parent. That's exactly right. It's exactly right. School repeatedly called the parents in for a meeting when they informed them that their daughter is trans. The teacher then proceeded to call Child Protective Services on them when they didn't use the correct name and pronoun. Yeah. That is a big deal. They proceeded to call Child Protective Services when they didn't use the correct name or pronoun to their own child. Let's listen a little.
But the reason I'm here is for our straight A student. She's our smart one. And she happens to be the subject for me tonight. She was the one that, she's a straight A student all of her life. She's now entered into high school, a straight A student. And yeah, she's the one that's confused because she was coached. And if you're that victim, you can't speak. You can't say what's happening in your life. My daughter.
You can't hear it much, but that's the dad. The teachers coaxed her to join an equality club, which was really disguised for a gay-straight alliance club. These teachers recorded an event in November bragging how they disguised the name, and we saw some of that. It's unbelievable. No, actually, I'll tell you the truth, it's not. It's not. Unbelievable. Unbelievable that it took this long. To come forward. And that shows some of the materials here. Some people want to go to Twitter and check it out. Slides from the LGBT training explain to teachers how to create and run a GSA club. These people, I'm not going to, you know what? I don't use the word evil loosely at all. These people are evil. And the fact of the matter is, I believe the vast majority of teachers and the vast majority of school board members, well, I shouldn't say vast, the majority of school board members don't like this, but they keep their heads down and their mouths shut because they're afraid of the repercussions, which makes them just as guilty. And you see some of the comments here. Start prosecuting these people. I agree. So let's read on with the article. Next year, we're going to do just a little mind trick on our sixth graders. They were last to go through this presentation, and the gender stuff was the last thing we talked about. Well, next year, they'll be going first with this presentation, and the gender stuff will be the first thing they hear about, hopefully to mitigate, the kind of responses, right? The teachers ridicule a parent who complained she hadn't planned on having a conversation about sexual orientation and gender identity issues with her middle schooler, but was pushed into it by the school. I know, so sad, right? Sorry for you. You had to do something hard. She was criticizing the parent. She told her audience, honestly, your 12-year-old probably knew all that, right? When the principal invited another parent to enroll their child in a private school more in line with the parent's beliefs, the other teacher said, we count that as a win. In other words, we got this parent or parents and this child with conservative parents out of our school. We consider that a win. Unbelievable. They talk about how they manipulate the morning announcements. Remember them when we were in school? And you can read the rest. It's a long article. The teacher pointed out that that she can't be fired, and she thanked CTA for her tenure and for providing resources and tools. You can't fire me for running a gay-straight alliance, she said. You can be mad, but you can't fire me for it. CTA has made it very clear they are devoted to human rights and equity. Equity is not equality. It is the polar opposite. Equality is equality of opportunity. Equity is we have 10% black in this community, so 10% have to be black in this workforce or this organization, and on and on and on through everything. That's equity. Tell the teachers that she and the other teacher have acted with great integrity. We never crossed a line, she says. We wanted to, but we never have. And you'll see some of the responses here. Teachers are prohibited from monitoring students' online activities for non-academic purposes. SUSD will follow state-approved standards and curriculum on all presentations involving sensitive themes such as sexuality, blah, 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 before being shown to students. What a crock of bullshit. Sorry to swear, but I didn't want to bleep that one out. And there it is, folks, and there you have it. You can't fire me, I'm tenured. And I can sue and get a whole bunch of money, just like the professors in college. You can't get rid of me, and if you do, you have to pay me for doing nothing. Our education system is broken. And those of you that say this is just California, just like in your body when the cancer starts, and over time it spreads. And what happens if it goes unchecked? It kills the host. In this case, our children and our country and our system that they want to destroy and rebuild it in their image. And that is the truth. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.